Hello, hello, my beautiful people, listeners, friends, family, individuals I have yet to meet. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is going to be a brilliant episode, just absolutely fundamentally beautiful. I've been wanting to have this conversation for a while. It's been on the docket, okay? I believe we're on episode 39, I think. I couldn't be sure. I think it's 39. We're going to have a little bit of a visual aid for this one, for myself, not for you guys, just for me, so that I can stay on track here. Yeah, fix that lighting. There we go. It's not going to really fix. That's okay. Listen, whether you are part of the New Age spirituality community or you're an individual of sheer Christian faith or any religion, really, I've got something to tell you, okay? And this one's going to be big. Big. Okay. So a lot of times people are thinking there's a differential between the chakra system and, how the body really works, or God and connection to source or higher self or Jesus Christ. Everybody's calling it different things. Okay. Let's really simplify this, regardless of if you believe this or not, because you're so indoctrinated into one subsect belief and you cannot fathom anything else being true. It's all true and it all intertwines among itself. You just don't yet realize it. I'm going to spell it out for you. I'm going to make it very easy. We're talking about the chakra system as it relates to the 7 deadly sins, as it relates to the 7 lively virtues. What did he just say? What are you talking about, Jake? You lost me. Okay, look, we have 7 primary chakras, okay, energy pools in the body that are significant towards something, okay, and we can break those down, right? The root, sacral, solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown, okay, and I'll break down each of those, what they signify, what their purpose is, okay, but we also have 7 deadly sins, okay, and perhaps you don't know the 7 deadly sins because you haven't really paid attention in, kinder class when you were in Bible study as a kid, or maybe you weren't. Maybe you didn't grow up in that sort of environment, so you just never really heard them. But the 7 deadly sins: pride, wrath, gluttony, envy, anger, lust, and sloth. And by the way, I don't know if you've heard it, there's 7 lively virtues as well. Those being humility, patience, temperance, kindness, charity, chastity, and diligence. Okay. I'm going to go through each one of those individually. First, I want you to understand we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual, divine, limitless beings having a human experience. It's exact vice versa. Okay? We are not just these meat suits that we embody. Okay? We are actual spiritual beings. Our soul lives on. We are here to learn lessons. We are a container of electromagnetic energy connected to the source of all that is around us, all 9 dimensions, okay? We're just experiencing reality through the lens of a human experience in 3rd density, okay? So that's as far as we can perceive. Now, that's not necessarily true, because through meditation, through future authoring, and through feeling the feeling of living your dream reality now, you can future project your consciousness into the 5D in the moment that you already have the reality that you dream of, and then you can go ahead and be living that now. Wow, was that audio too loud? It probably was. My bad. Hope this was listenable. We're not stopping. We're not slowing down. We're keeping going. Kitty cat, come here. I hear you. I see you. You're rubbing up against me. You always do this. I do love you. I love you to death. Okay, but you're so hyper independent. You want nothing to do with me. You're a girl cat. You're so far away from me all the time. When I come and try and pet you, you don't want anything to do with me. And then when I'm doing something, it's always that way. Then when I'm busy and I'm doing something and I'm not, seeking to give you attention, now all of a sudden you want everything to do with me. You want to rub up against me. You want to meow. You want to get up on my lap. That's wild. I love you, but live studio audience here. Recordings in session, okay? And get out of my office. I'm just kidding. If you want to get up here, that's fine. Listen, all right, guys. What I'm saying here is each of the primary chakras, and by the way, I say 7 primary chakras. You have a bunch more energy centers in your body, but you have 7 primaries. Okay, each of them, this is not that crazy to compartmentalize, but perhaps it's a foreign concept to you, and let's break it down. Each of them is blocked by one of the 7 deadly sins. Each of them is unlocked by one of the 7 lively virtues. It's a paradox, okay? So what are you willing to sacrifice of the flesh to live in the spirit, to unlock your energy center, to move further and further up the chain until you're fully living in full authenticity with yourself in the 5D? All your chakras are unlocked. The Kundalini energy's flowing. You have a spiritual awakening. Okay. Maybe this isn't, maybe I'm a little too esoteric for you. Okay. Could be. All right. And that's okay. Maybe you'll hear this and you'll be like, what is he talking about? And then you go through these life experiences, and then you're going to come back in 2 years and you're going to go, whoa. Okay. So we are containers of quantum energy. We're basically a battery. Okay. Your quantum field, your vibrational energy exudes outside of you like a big curve. I forget what the containment unit is called, but it's like a infinite decimal curve. I'd be able to show you. I'm blanking on the name of it, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Your vibrational energy exudes outside of you, and the vibrational energy you choose to embody largely depends on where you're stuck in your chakra centers. So, firstly, I'd like to explain each of the chakras, and I'd like to explain what that chakra is all about, okay? And if this is a foreign concept to you, that's okay. It's okay, okay? We're all on individual journeys of knowledge and self-actualization. We're all at different stages and levels, and that's the purpose of this podcast. I'm here to try and, help you understand the things I understand, and maybe that can help you. If I just help one person, that's beautiful. So starting at the bottom, your root chakra, this is based around, I'm going to give 3 adjectives, right, for each of these. Your root is you're grounded, you're centering, you're calm. All right, that's just, we're talking about clarity, just moving through life cohesively. Okay, your sacral. Okay, I could point out on the body where all these are. The root, okay, kind of right down by your base of your spine. Okay, by your L5, right, kind of by your, everybody's got one, your butthole. All right, and I hate to go there, but that's about where your root is. Your sacral. Okay, let's get a little PG-13. Your sacral is sort of your reproductive organs, okay? Your sacral is all about sexual energy, passion, and motivation, okay? Solar, we're talking right here, lower, sort of your lower stomach, right in this area. You can't even see this. I forget the framing of the shot, all right? Your stomach, this is power, joy, peace. Okay, your heart chakra, can you guess where the heart chakra is? Can you guess? I don't have to say it right. All right, look, heart chakra, you're loving, caring, confidence. Okay, throat chakra, do we know where the throat chakra is? Your throat chakra, your ability to translate your thoughts, okay? Control your tongue, okay? And tranquility, okay? Because when you are open and honest about your emotional centers to your external reality, the people around you, you get to speak up for yourself because your throat chakra is aligned, and therefore you're living a tranquil life. People know your boundaries. They know where you're at. Your third eye, your pineal gland right here, center of your forehead, intuition, insight, and your subconscious, okay? I could do an absolute whole episode on, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and, the sort of the hardware versus the operating system of your meat suit and how that connects to spirit and what that means for you. But when you've got your third eye unlocked, you're really paying attention to intuition, the Holy Spirit speaking to you and through you. Okay, you're tapped in. You get these inclinations in life. Oftentimes they're correct because you're aligned with your purpose and your passion. Okay, the crown, actually, the crown is up here. Okay, it's over the top of your head. This is intellectuality. That wasn't even a word. Intellectuality, spirituality, and divine connection. Okay, once your crown's open, you've got all your chakras opened up. All right, now we've gone over the chakras: root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown. Okay, and that's going from the base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. Now, in efforts to make this make sense, I'm going to first share the 7 deadly sins that block each of the chakras in the same order. Okay, so, and by the way, these must be unlocked in this order. They cannot be unlocked in a different order, okay? Because you're going to have a really hard time unlocking your crown chakra, your throat chakra, when you're still stuck in the root. You don't even have proper grounding. You're not centered and calm in yourself, right? It's not going to happen, okay? So, and plus, each of these is blocked by a 7 deadly sin, and you couldn't even begin to fight that 7 deadly sin if you haven't beat the other ones first. So the first one you need to conquer is Wraith. Okay? Do you know what Wraith is? Wraith is just being needlessly, pointlessly angry. You're just, I'm just angry. I'm full of rage and anger and hostility, and I seek revenge. You're stuck in your root chakra, my friend. You see? And that's not so great. You know, I'm going to go through all of these, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go through all the lively virtues, and then I'm going to correlate both of them together and go up one by one together. So first we're going to do all the sins, okay? So your sacral, your reproductive organs, okay? What do you think blocks that? Because this actually makes a lot of sense. When you really sit down and you understand this stuff, it's actually almost like, duh, right? What blocks your sacral chakra? Your sexual reproduction, your sexual organs, your creativity, okay? Your sexual energy that you can charge into creative pursuits. You guessed it, or maybe you didn't. Lust, okay? If you're stuck in your sacral chakra, you haven't conquered lust, okay? Men, you're looking at women as a sexual object for your personal gratification. We did an episode about this, okay? We did one talking about a guy at the gym that was like, what the heck are you talking about, dude? Okay? Sacral. All right. Solar plexus, all right? And to go back, solar plexus is your power, your joy, and your peace, okay? So you sit right in your power. You've got joy about your life and where you are. You're at peace. Perhaps you haven't accomplished everything that you seek to accomplish, but you're just flowing with it. You're like, look, I'm exactly where I need to be, when I need to be, why I need to be. I'm peaceful, and I know everything that's for me is coming to me in time. What's blocking that? You guessed it. Again, it's so obvious when you really think about it. Greed. Your solar plexus is blocked by greed. You can't have enough. You need more. Okay? You're placing too much importance on things outside of yourself. Things to get. I gotta go get stuff. You don't have to go get anything. Okay? Everything's already inside of yourself. You have everything you need. And if you don't have something that you need, when you need it, it'll be given to you. Okay? By the way, the reason why I let off with spirituality versus religion, it's because, like, you guys, like, it's so funny because I lived in the New Age spirituality community for a while. I've fallen back into religion. I'm reading the scriptures. I'm praying all the time. I'm going to church regularly. I'm in a Bible study, okay? This New Age spirituality stuff, all that stuff straight out of the Bible, my friends. You just call it by different names. It's so funny to me. So, I mean, it's just read the scriptures, man. It's all there. There's nothing new under the sun. That's why I think it's so funny. Okay, look, your heart chakra, your caring, your connectivity, you love everyone around you, you have full confidence in yourself, your heart's open, okay? You love random strangers on the street. You tell them you love them. Hey, random person, I love you. But most of the time, they're like, what? You know, I tell people in the gym that I've never talked to. Walk up to them, I'm like, hey, I love you. So throws them off kilter. They never know what to do. It's beautiful. Okay, what blocks this? The heart. You got an open heart. You love everybody. Envy. Again, like, guys, really break this down. It's actually so intuitive. Like, you hear this and you're like, duh. Your heart chakra is sealed off. You're not loving everyone and everything around you. It's because you're in envy, okay? You're resenting others for their gifts, their possessions, the things they have, they do, right? Can't believe they're like that. You're judging other people because they're further along prospectively based on your outer reality and what you see from them. I hate that person. Dude, your heart chakra is sealed away, okay? Unlock that. Just love everybody, okay? Your throat chakra. This one, I love this so much, man. I'm using a visual aid. I have this all written down here. But I love this because it's like, you're going to hear all these, and I hope that you realize that this is very intuitive and makes sense. Your throat chakra. Your ability to speak for yourself. Place your boundaries. Tell other people the truth that you have in your mind. Speak. Don't hide it, okay? Tranquility. Your ability to translate your emotional centers. Control. What blocks this? Let's get a little less esoteric. Let's get real legit, okay? Real, just straight 3D physical, okay? Your throat chakra, about being able to speak, feed your thoughts outwardly to the world. What are you feeding your mind and your mouth? You're feeding it. Gluttony. Gluttony is the 7 deadly sin that blocks the throat chakra. Doesn't that make sense? Guys, let's think here, all right? You've got overconsumption and excess on your mind. And this isn't just food. It's everything. Okay? You're overly consuming Netflix. Stop with the streaming services. Stop with the scrolling. Stop scrolling on social media and comparing your life to other people that are posting highlight reels that isn't even the real reality of their life and comparing yourself to them. Stop doing that. I'm yelling because this is important. You guys will get it, I promise. All right? Your third eye. Boom. Your pineal gland in there. Is it up? Is it awake? Hit it a couple times. Maybe that'll stimulate it, you know? Produces DMT up here. Dimethyltryptamine. All right. Intuition, insight, subconscious mind. All right. This is your clarity, your clairvoyance, your ability to, you know, pay attention to what's going on. All right. Just think about things in your external reality and make a calculated guess based on past experiences or based on what your intuition tells you. And then bada bing, bada boom, you're right. Okay. Your third eye connected to insightfulness and the field and your subconscious. Well, what do you think? What do you think? Okay? You're connected. You've done the inner child trauma healing. You've done the shadow work. Okay? You've paid attention to all of this. You've unwrapped the inner mechanisms of your own mind. You've unlearned. You've recognized the toxic habits that you adopted in childhood to maintain safety. You've recognized them and you've unlearned them and then relearned more positive, beneficial habits, right? This is being unlocked in the third eye. So then the opposite, no cuts here, baby. Look, the opposite then, Sloth. I am too lazy to do all that. I am not going to do that. I'm not going to do the shadow work. I'm not going to, compartmentalize my trauma and figure out how that changed my physiology, psychology, and then affect positive change in my external reality, how I relate to people. Nope. I'm just going to go around projecting on everybody all my traumas, and that's their problem. They have to deal with it because I'm stuck in sloth and I'm good. No thanks. It's too much work. You're constantly in need of comfort. You cannot explore outside of your comfort zone, and you are avoiding the spiritual work. You just won't do it. It's not for me, man. I'm good. That's sloth, my friend. You have now closed off your third eye. Okay? By the way, these are the 7 deadly sins blocking your chakras, right? That's why we're all the way in on negative perspective bias here, right? Because these are the negatives. These are the 7 deadly sins blocking them. We're up to the top. Your crown, all right? And let me remind you again, the crown is your intellect, your spirituality, your divine connection, your ability to be fully, truly, 100% authentically yourself, okay? The crown. Well, this one, again, this one's the most obvious of them all. And there's only one more 7 deadly sins. So you could guess if you're familiar with the sins. But what was the first sin? In heaven, the first sin was committed. It wasn't in the garden, like most people think. It was not. The first sin was committed in heaven by a cherubim. Cherub? Cherub? I don't know how it's pronounced. One of the archangels. You probably heard of him. His name's Lucifer. Okay? You might know him as the devil or Satan. He's got a lot of different names. But the first sin, pride. Lucifer was like, I'm as good as God. I'm better than God, actually. And God was like, okay, fine. Then, do whatever you want. But it's not true. All right. All right, look, pride. You are centered in self. Ego. You have a self-aggrandizing perspective. You just think you're better than everybody. Nobody compares to you. You're the best. I'm the best. Nobody's as good as me. Right? That's ego. You're being driven by ego. And we could have a whole different discussion, right? Of the higher self, the higher mind, and then the monkey mind, i.e. the ego. Okay? The Holy Spirit, God, Jesus Christ, the Trinity versus Satan. Okay? Your monkey mind, your ego, both in here, both in your mind. Okay? And then you, as the conscious awareness, the spiritual being driving this flesh suit, gets to pick which one you're listening to and then which one you're acting on. Okay? Because not all your thoughts are your thoughts. Okay? You are the conscious awareness behind your thoughts, and all these thoughts come flooding in. You get to pick what you believe and what you don't believe, and then what you act on. Okay? So we could go, that's a whole different conversation we could dive into, right? But you get into a negative situation in your life, and that's the little crack in the door that the devil needs to put his foot in and get that little foothold in and start making all sorts of negative perspective biases that if you're in a negative vibrational state, you haven't unlocked these chakras, you don't have any self-awareness, okay? You let that spiral, that downward spiral takes you, and all of a sudden, you are just experiencing a horrible day. You are listening to Lucifer. It's not esoteric at all, okay? So that's the 7 deadly sins blocking the primary chakras, okay? We went down the negative perspective bias rabbit hole. Now, this isn't all negative. This isn't a negative conversation, actually. Let's look at the positive side. So now we want to unlock them, okay? By the way, I'll have you be warned. Once you start this process, this is an Avatar: The Last Airbender. Once you start this process, you cannot stop this process, okay? If you choose to go down this road, there is no turning back. Once you become a meaningful, specific, no longer a wandering generality, you can't just go back to sleep, just like in the Matrix, okay? Once you choose to wake up, you take the red pill, you cannot just turn back around and go, never mind. I got halfway and this is just too much for me, I'm done, okay? No, that's not an option. You make the option, you make the choice, and then you have to stick with the choice, okay? There are consequences to your actions. Consequences being not either a negative or a positive word. There's no connotation there, right? Whatever choice you make, you get to deal with the consequences of that choice. And if you make the choice to unlock these things, then the consequence will be externalizing and living your higher self. If you choose I'm good. I don't want to do any of this. I'm just going to live in my flesh, live in the 7 deadly sins. I'm good. You get to deal with the consequences of that. Okay? So, we're over here back down to the root. All right? I'm just going to go up real quick. Patience, chastity, charity, kindness, temperance, diligence, humility. Okay? So, I'm going to skip going through all of these, and I'm going to flip-flop back between the positive and negative. So, the root, blocked by wraith. Okay? You're just angry all the time. Okay? You're angry, you're hateful, you're full of, you seek revenge. I'm not grounded, I'm not safe, I'm not calm. What's the opposite of that? Patience. Very easy. It's very easy stuff to grab. All right? You can show mercy to your fellow constituents, your fellow humans. You seek resolution, and you neutralize conflict. Conflict serves no value. Okay? Especially if you're dealing with a wandering generality, someone that's in their unconscious, someone that's going down that whole rabbit hole of not wanting to externalize their traumas, not wanting to figure out those toxic patterns that they were raised up to live in. They're just running around being a full-fledged narcissist around the whole world, projecting onto everybody. Okay? If you're in conflict with one of them, you got to, at some point, just cut the cord and go, okay, I've tried. There's no progress being made here. This person's mind is shut. In order to have a conversation, I never want to argue with anybody. I'm happy to have conversation, but someone has to first be willing to understand a higher or different perspective. And if they are not able to externalize their own thoughts or internalize their own thoughts and externalize someone else's conviction, take that in and try to act on it, it's pointless. Okay? But patience. Okay? Patience is going to unlock your root. Next, your sacral. This is your sexual energy. Okay, and by the way, we'll do a whole episode on the universal laws, the 14 universal laws. One of them is the sexual transmutation of energy. Okay, you know, when you unlock this, you'll start channeling your sexual energy into creative pursuits. You'll have massive, massive leaps forward in your life. Okay, now, so lust was the one that blocks the sacral. Okay, you're not holding in your sexual energy. Men, you know what I'm talking about. SR, all right? Semen retention. I'm going to do a whole episode on it. Whole episode. Women, you're not going to even need to tune into that episode. That's okay. Okay? But to break out of the sacral, lust, what do you think it is? It's actually so easy. Chastity. And it's not easy, actually. You have to wake up and die to yourself every day. Deny the flesh to live in the spirit. Okay? Are you following me here? It's actually, I'm sorry that I said it was easy. It's not easy. None of this is easy. Okay? It takes a conscious, deliberate effort. Deliberate, conscious, determined effort. And you might regress in the process. But then you don't sulk about it and go, I'm done. I give up. You know, you get back on the horse and you keep doing it. And you keep working to unlock the next one. Okay? So chastity controls on your desires and wants. Okay? Look, before I went down the pursuit of being a devout, righteous man and trying to live justly and follow the will for my life based on God's demands for us, I wouldn't say demands, but expectations set, and you know how to properly live, and we were even given an example in that of Jesus Christ's life. Okay? Before that, yes, I lived a life of, of the flesh, worldly desires, all of it. I've had fun, okay? I've done a lot of this dumb stuff. And by the way, I recollect those experiences, okay? As much as I would love to just go boon crazy on all sorts of stuff, I'm not going to. Because it's contradictory to the direction for my life, okay? And I know that, so I have to die to my flesh regularly and consistently when these thoughts come up and go, no, Satan, that's not how I act. Okay, I might have those thoughts, but I don't act on those thoughts because that's not in alignment with who I am. Okay? So that's unlocking the sacral, chastity. Okay? Now, next up's the solar. Okay? The solar if we'll recall, blocked by greed. Get. I have to go get all this stuff. I need more. Okay? So what's that unlocked by? Charity. Believe it or not, you have more than you need. You might not believe that in your current circumstances and reality, but you do. I promise you do. Okay? Now, we're told in the Bible not to test God. In fact, asking for signs and wonders and asking God for specific things and testing him is actually highly frowned upon, except in one area. We're dared. The Bible double dog dares you, dude. It doesn't say it like that. It doesn't say double dog dare. Okay, but Jesus actually tempted us to say, not tempted us, but told us, all right, look, you want to test God? There's one area where you can test God, and you will be absolutely flabbergasted by what happens when you test God in this area. And what is that area? It's charity. Okay? It's tithing. Okay? Now, not necessarily tithing to a religious organization, okay? Charity could look like, you go out to go get a Subway sandwich and there's a homeless guy on the outside of the building and you ask him what kind of sandwich he likes. You grab him a sandwich and you get him a sandwich. Okay, that's what charity could look like. Charity could look like a lot of things. Charity could look like making a donation to a family for Christmas. Christmas is coming up, that can't afford toys. Okay? Charity could look like pulling over on the side of the road when you see a lady's car's broke down and she's got a flat tire and you go ahead and change that tire for her. Charity could look like that. Okay? So, how are you going to unlock the solar? Through charity. Okay. The heart, we're up to 4 right now. Okay? The heart, loving, caring, confidence. Like we said, the heart chakra is blocked by envy. Okay? Resenting others for their gifts and passions. All right, so I'm envious. What is the opposite of that? All right? So you're in envy. Okay? You're resenting others for the gifts and things that they have, but you want to unlock the heart. You want to be loving to everyone. You want to be loving and joyous to everyone around you. You want to love them. You want to be kind. Okay? Kind. It's a synonym for love. Okay? What of the 7 lively virtues unlocks the heart? Kindness. Kindness. Okay? I tell this to my students in my mastermind, the Conscious Collective. Okay? Conscious Creators Collective with Coop, Megan, Kimmy. Okay, I've got a collective if you didn't know that. It's great. Look, I tell my students all the time, I want you to do better than me. I want your business to exceed my business. I want your personal brand to scale beyond my personal brand. I want you to be fully externally living your dream reality before I even get there. Why? Why do I say that? And I don't just say it. I truly believe that. I feel that in my heart and in my soul. Why? Honestly, it's kind of selfish, actually, because when I see that, it reaffirms to me, okay, my wild aspirations, being a billionaire, a serial billionaire that uses my overflowing abundance and wealth to affect change for the kingdom of God, okay? Seeing my students lap me, it's like a selfish desire. I get more fulfillment from that than checking off checklists on my overarching vision board, because I'm like, dude, I played a role in that person's evolution. I gave them some information that they executed on, and look at where they are now. That's like kind of selfish, because I'm like, bro, you did it. Yes, that means I can do it too. Woo! You see what I'm saying? I truly want everybody to be abundant. Abundance is abundant, okay? Everybody can be prosperous. Everybody can live their dreams. My heart chakra is wide open. My heart chakra is busted straight open. I tell literal random people that I see regularly at the gym that I don't even know their name. I tell them I love you straight to their face. And they almost always have like perplexed looks on their face. Like, why is this random guy in a hoodie that looks kind of scary and is way bigger than me, saying he loves me, like out of no context at all. Just walks up to me, says he loves me, walks away. There's no conversation. I don't know this guy. What's going on? Bro, I mean, I like the philosophy behind the egg theory. I think we're all fragmented sections of source. I think God is in all of us as he is. He left the Holy Spirit. And so I think you're just me, just living a different life than I am. And so I love you. I gotta love you. I love me. And that means I love you. And I act that way, right? One time at the gym, okay? There was one of the gym employees. I'd never met her. And she was in the parking lot freaking out, and there's a whole traffic jam going on, and she yells back, she goes, does anybody know about cars? And I'm like, well, whoop-de-doo-dah-day, look at what's going on here. I happen to know about cars. I rebuild cars as a side hobby for fun. So I get out, park my car. I'm in the middle of the aisle. She's blocking everything, okay? Selfishly. I'm just kidding. Look, her car was broken down. Her shifter wasn't working. She's like, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. The car's stuck in reverse. I can't fix it. She actually she front-ended another car. She reversed into them. And she was like on their bumper. She's like, I can't get the car to do anything. It won't do nothing. And I took out 45 minutes of my day. I fixed it for her. And she was good to go. Fixed it right. I just happened to have a set of wrenches in my car. I always have wrenches in my car, but I fixed it for her, right? I don't know this lady. She asked to pay me. She's like, what can I do for you? And I was like, dude, I don't want anything. Go. Have a good day. I'm glad I was able to help you. I don't need anything from you. I'm fully 100% good. God takes care of me. I'm covered. You don't need anything. I was here specifically at this time that I'm not usually here to help you fix this. That's why I was here when this happened. I don't need your money, okay? So that's kindness. That's the heart chakra. The throat. That has nothing to do with the throat chakra. Look, all right, you're fully in alignment, tranquility, control, your ability to translate your emotional centers. You can speak your mind. You can set boundaries, okay? Blocked by gluttony, overconsumption, in excess, okay? That could be food. That could be consumption of, not just food, consumption of anything, okay? We talked about this, all right? Scrolling social media, doom scrolling, okay? You're on the streaming apps, too much. Gluttony. What is the opposite of gluttony? I'm just glutton. I'm a glutton. I'm consuming, over-consuming. Okay. Temperance. Perhaps that's a vocabulary word you're not overly familiar with. Okay. Temperance is the control over excess or moderation or balance. Okay. So temperance. I would love to go to Cane's and go get a caniac with no coleslaw, extra toast, butter on both sides, well done fries, and 3 extra tenders, dude. I'd love to just rip that. That'd be fire. It tastes so good, dude. And I'm not on 75. I'm not on program right now. I could do that. I don't have any personal, dietary restrictions set for myself right now to do that. But I'm not gonna do that because I've got chicken and rice. I got ground beef and rice. I got salmon down there, okay? I've got meals that I can cook and make that are healthier for my temple, my body. Maybe not as much instant gratification going on because, oh man, I would love to go to Cane's and I'd love to go rip that. You heard me rattle it off. I've got I know what I get there. I've been thinking about it for a while, dude. And you know what? Sometimes I will, the 80-20 rule, sometimes I'll go indulge in, a little bit of something that it might set me back a little bit on my goals. But I'll crave something and then I'll tell myself no for like a month straight, right? And then I'll be like a month later, 30 days, 35 days later, I'll be like, all right, I'll go one time, get it one time as like a little reward, right? That's temperance, okay? And by the way, this isn't, I'm talking a lot about food. We're in the throat chakra. This isn't just food, okay? Temperance, all right? Have you seen social restrictions or app-based restrictions for scrolling, all right? You can set time limits on apps, okay? Maybe you want to sit down and binge watch this new show on Netflix. Maybe you just reward yourself with one episode a night, right? It's 10 episodes in a season. It's going to take you a week and a half to watch a season instead of a day. Can you do that? Can you pace yourself, relax, all right? Indulge in a little bit of non-indulging? Huh? Is that too much to ask? You see, like I said in the beginning here, unlocking these chakras through the 7 lively virtues instead of living in your flesh and following the 7 deadly sins, it's all about what are you allowed, what are you going to allow yourself to give up to become more disciplined spiritually, physically, mentally? What can you give up? At what point is this too much of a gap? No, I'm not going to give that up. Okay? Right? You need to die to yourself to be reborn in the spirit. Okay? So temperance, control excess. All right? We're up to the third eye, the pineal gland. This is intuition, insight, the subconscious. This is your ability to be connected to your higher mind. Okay? And this is blocked by sloth. Your just inability. You just refuse to do the work. I'm not going to do it. It's too much. It's too hard. You're asking way too much of me, man. I'm not going to do it. Forget all that. No. Okay? Well, you can diligently pursue your potential through diligence. Diligence kills sloth, right? What's diligence? What does it mean to be diligent? I woke up and I was diligently pursuing my potential through DMOs, daily methods of operation. It's objective, concentrated, conscious action. Did I just say a lot of adjectives there? Yes, I did. Dedicated, conscious action. Conscious, committed action towards a definite outcome. Okay? Right? So diligently pursuing something means I wanted to run a marathon in a month, which is crazy. Okay? It's crazy. I want to run a marathon in a month. Never ran before. Okay? Long distances. So every day, starting right now, I am going to diligently and proactively run 3 miles every day for a week. And 7 days later, I'm going to run 10 miles a day, 70 miles in a week. I'm going to do it. Then I'm going to do a half marathon every day, right? 13 miles. Not a big step up from the second week, but for a week, I'm going to do 13 miles a day. Yes, I am. That's 91 miles in a week. Did you follow that? Quick math, all right? Maybe I even did that wrong. No, I didn't. Just recheck the numbers, right? Just recheck them again. See that? I'm doing math. I'm seeing sequences. You ever seen Hangover? Yeah, I'm seeing these numbers fly over in my head, right? It's crazy. I might be slightly autistic, guys. All right, look. 91. And then the last couple of days leading up to the marathon, 5 days-ish, I'm going to not run. Because I've been diligent. Okay, I've put in the conscious direction towards where I'm headed. And then I'm going to run a marathon. I'm going to do the full 26. I'm going to send it. It's going to be awesome. And I put in the work. I did the diligent conscious action. So I know I can do it. And then I'm going to do it. And then it's going to be done. Okay, that's diligence. Conscious action. So your third eye is blocked by sloth, laziness. You just don't want to do it. And so you're diligently going to kill sloth by doing exactly the opposite. I'm too lazy. I don't want to do that. No, actually, wait a second. No, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to not be lazy and I'm going to do it. Even though I might not even want to do that, I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm going to consciously focus on doing it, especially when I don't feel like doing it. The crown. We're at the end here. Thank you for holding in. This one's been a lot longer than I originally projected it to be. I'm so sorry about that, but I am providing what I deem to be massive value. So we're here. Okay. And if you're following along, I love you. Thank you. And you love you. That's why you're listening to this, right? You're seeking new levels of growth. So the crown, okay? This is the tippity top of the top, the intellectual, the spiritual, divine connection, blocked by pride, right? It's all me. I did everything. My ego is huge. I'm the best. No one compares to me. I'm the greatest of all time. Okay, what's the opposite of that? One, there's only one more seven lively virtues. There's only one more. Okay, but what's the opposite of pride? To be humble, humility. Okay? Humility. It's just divine truth and understanding, right? And by the way, you can be overly humble, which I think that's where I'm at in my life, right? But actually, I like being overly humble. I I kind of view it as like cosplaying. Like when I'm at the gym and I meet somebody new, I like undersell myself criminally until they connect with me digitally, and they're like, "Bro, what the heck? You said you're like a little content creator that like does some stuff. You have almost 850,000 followers online, bro. You're not a little content creator." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's right, true." Like I'll always joke with people and I'll be like, when I'm connecting with someone, they ask for my socials. I'm like, "Yo, yeah, you're gonna be like my fifth follower, bro." Like, yes. And it's in jest, obviously. It's a joke. And then they see my following and they're like, "Bro, what?" That's insane. And I'm like, numbers don't really mean anything. Look, humility, okay? Kill your ego. Here's the thing, too, really. There could be a level one entrepreneur, someone that's just brand new, fresh on the chopping block, running their first company. They're 3 months in. I'm 8 years in. I could be fully in my ego. I know more than you. Don't try to share mutual cohesive value with me. You don't know anything compared to what I know. You're shutting yourself off from wisdom and value because they might say something that maybe you do know it in your subconscious mind, but it's been buried for so long you haven't been acting on it that you haven't really thought about it, and then they say it and it clicks in your conscious mind and you realize, wait, I need to be doing that. And it's like a huge major key. It's a massive breakthrough that was unearthed by someone that's doing less than you or less productive than you or less successful than you. Okay, so just even thinking from that modality, you are hurting yourself severely. Okay, have humility. Okay, I have 850,000 followers online. Do you think that makes me better than someone that just started their personal development and social media journey and they have 1,000 followers collectively between all their personal brands? Absolutely not. It means nothing at all. Okay, it might mean that I understand a few more things about the process than they do, and they can learn some things from me. It might mean I have more experience. I'm better at short form vertical content creation than they are in long form media, right? It might mean that. But at the end of the day, okay, we're two random people in the gym. I've got 850,000 followers. They got 1,000. We're two random people at the line at Harkins Theater. We're getting tickets to a movie theater, to a movie. We are the same, exactly the same in the eyes of God. I am no better than someone because I have a larger following than them. And by the way, if you meet people that think the opposite, oh, I'm better than you. Oh, I'm a celebrity. Okay? Whew, don't meet your heroes. I met a lot of celebrities. I've networked with a lot of them. I've advised some of them. Some of them are cool, genuine people. I'll never name drop the people that I've, had poor experiences with. But it's honestly embarrassing, man. Like it's embarrassing to meet someone and then you're like, wow, you are pretentious, dude. Like you think you're better than people because the platform that you've been given, and that is so sad, man. Like it's weird, dude. And bro, it that's all I can say about it. So that is the chakra system as a whole, the seven deadly sins, the seven lively virtues that unlock those chakras. Did you follow along? Did you get lost? Maybe you did. Probably. Maybe not. I think I spelled it out pretty good. I'm happy with this podcast. I think we derived and provided massive value here. It's not as esoteric as you think. For my Christian fellowship, my people, look, this whole new age spirituality, some of this stuff, the chakra system, this is not like super wumbo jumbo magic, stuff that doesn't even make sense and it's not real and it's not in the Bible. Okay, this stuff's legit. All right, and for your new age spirituality people, okay, I'm not gonna read the Bible. I'm connected to source. I know from my inner knowing of being connected to the all that is that I have the higher truth of understanding. Bro, read the gospels, bro, because the 7 deadly sins are alive and well, okay? And if you open your eyes, dude, and you look around at the world, the secular, divisive, split up, chaotic, satanic driven world that we live in. I mean, look at Hollywood. Look at the movies. Listen to the top 100 music. Go listen to some rap music. What are they rapping about? Go watch some of these music videos, dude. If you are so naive that you don't think that the devil is real and the 7 deadly sins are his cruxes that he uses to enslave humanity, do you hear the clock? Right? That's an affirmation right there, huh? That's straight out of New Age spirituality right there. Affirmation. It's the universe winking at me. But it's true, right? Because both sides of the coin are true. But if you are so narrow-minded to be completely 100% bought into one and you're ignoring the other, you are not really paying a lot of attention. So it's just as simple as that. So I call you to just do some research, get a little bit closer to the fundamental truth in the middle. Okay, stop being so divided on one side or the other of the coin. All right, you don't need to do that. All right, I love you. I hope this was informative. Right, that was almost a word. I just said it a little weird. This was a good one. I think it's episode 39. I'm not sure. It doesn't even really matter. But I love you. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Keep glowing, keep growing, keep going, and embark on this journey of self-discovery, unlocking those chakras, living through the 7 virtues instead of the 7 deadly sins, and externalizing your highest version of self. I love you. See you later.